we're in this local government elections campaign because we feel it's a sense of duty that we must preserve, first of all, the progress that we would have made under the coalition government. And it's plain to see, regardless of who want to last thing over what have you, it's plain to see the development that took place for the 4 years that the coalition government was in office. I need not go mentioning and naming them, but they're there for everybody to see. So we are here and we feel that we must preserve Bartica. We must preserve and we must continue with the progress. Now the campaign has been ongoing, and like everything else, political campaign is something that I enjoy, the back and forth and what have you. But I'm saying that evidence is there, and I would ask the people to show me for the 3.5 years or 3+ years that the PPP has been in office. Show me in Bartica or in Region 7 what progress has been made during those times. Now, there was, as you said, the vice president flew in and flew out. The only thing I would say thanks for is that he brought a lot of rain. He brought lots of rain, and I do a little bit of planting, so I must thank him for that, for bringing the rain. I am in sympathy with those persons who turned up expecting so much of your own thing, the thing that you own, because any money that is being shared out here and there for whatever, it's our money. And I really am angry at the fact that you come in to give me something that belongs to me, and then you want to exact something for me for something that belongs to me. It's not right. I only hope that our people would open their eyes, because there are resources, and any money that is being shared is not coming from any bank account of any politician. I understand that it's money that was voted for in Parliament.
Correct.
And nobody is supposed to exact anything from you, like you must vote and you must take your camera and take out, probably you put your X and all these kind of things. It is wrong. And I don't know if the international community is paying attention. Of course, we should be paying attention, because you're buying votes with our own money. The other thing that it's with me is this kind of fear. You talk to people and they're fearful that if they're seen talking to you, or if they put on a green jersey or a green shirt, they will lose the 10-day work and what have you, and they will not be considered for any handouts. But I don't know, we turn a handout nation now, that you're living from day to day handouts, 25,000, 19,000, what have you. So I think it's time Guyanese get a grip of themselves and understand that we should not be seen actually begging and stooping for what truly belongs to us. The oil that flows from those wells, it's our resources, it's our patrimony, and we should stand up and demand our just due. So the campaign is there, and lots of people going out here and there, and I understand that there was a meeting in 4 Miles last night. PPP had a meeting and lots was said. But I'm saying facts are facts. And our group, these young people have asked me to be an advisor to them. Our group is campaigning on facts. It's truth and right. It's the truth, not tantalize. And we know that what we're saying is truth and facts. So they can spread all the rumors that I want to spread here and there, but I want to tell you something, Sherrod. Bartica might seem to be an ordinary community where people don't pay a lot of notice to things, but I want to tell you something, that Bartica and Barticans are more politically sensitive than many other parts of this country. So, my fellow Barticans, I'm saying to you, vote your conscience, and I'm certain that you've been here and you've enjoyed the successes and the development, and I ask you to look at that and to put your X. Nobody is coming to coerce you into doing this and doing something that you don't like. But you are sensible enough, and we have to preserve Bartica. So do the right thing, and come June the 12th, I'm going to say it loud and proud. Put your X to your constituency reps where you see the photographs of people that you know, and put your X for the APNU. The young people that we have selected and the young people who have come forward and asked to be a part of this campaign are persons that you know, young, brilliant, committed, and loyal citizens of Bartica. We don't have anybody else from anywhere. They're from right here. So they were born, bred, and they live Bartica. They bleed Bartica. They talk, they sleep Bartica. So we don't have any hang-ups about anything. We know come June the 12th, when the results are announced, we know we'd have Bartica secured and we'd continue the development that would have been started under the coalition government.
I'm happy. I'm happy you talked about that, about the development started under the coalition government, because that's one of the things people observe, that since 2020, not much seemed to have been done in Bartica.
That's so true, and you know, we were seeing that certain politicians from the other side, from the red side, have the audacity to post on their Facebook pages some of the projects that we would have done and completed. For instance, like the special needs school, the fourth special needs school to be built in this region under the coalition government. We have a school for early childhood education, the fourth again of such type. And the guy has no shame. The solar farm started under the coalition government. I did all the groundwork in terms of selecting the site and everything. And these guys don't put in it, not, this is a PPP project. And it's not funded wholly by the government of Guyana. It is funded by the IDB, the CDB. And, you know, but that's the level of thinking that these people have. And there's so many other projects. I remember in 2019, we opened 5 brand new primary schools across this region. I can name the areas, places like Iteringbank, which never had a school before. We built brand new primary school with teachers' quarters, washroom facilities, and everything. We went to Purimo, built a brand new primary school there. Camarang, Imbamedai, and Kako. And those projects are there standing like a beacon. I know some people probably get red eye when I look at it, because they realize that they cannot fool the people anymore and tell them that we did not do anything. You know, it hurts sometimes to hear people can be so blatant to come out and say they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything at all. Whilst you know that these projects are there staring in your face. How can you be so blatant when it comes to lying? The roads and so on, but I know if you all came through you didn't come by here, by chance.
We didn't fly in.
The people call the road, the line road, now the abortion road.
We went through there.
Yeah, the abortion road. So young ladies, Steve, if you become pregnant or so, because I expect this year something to happen, don't drive through the road as you lose wherever you got. So that is, I'm calling on all Barticans, all Barticans, like myself, to vote your conscience and stop with this mendicancy of people coming for hand your money here and hand your money there. Sometimes I say like this government is sleep and wake up in the next morning and they get ideas. I'm looking at the president himself. I wonder if he's notified those people that he's going to visit. He just run in and people just wake up. They don't even know, expecting you're going in and you're going to do this and do that. You don't run a country like that. Come on, you don't run a country like that. You have to have a long-term vision if you're going to run a country, because you're playing with people's lives. So you come in and do something now, you don't know if it pleases the people, if that is what they want. So those are things that we got to stand. Then you're talking about this appeal for the ExxonMobil case.
The insurance.
You know, tell me which country. I'm sure that countries like Venezuela and Suriname, so they're glad for that ruling, that it may have opened their eyes to see that $2 billion, what's $2 billion US dollars if you got an oil spill? I follow the news throughout the world, and I see when they got oil spills, it's billions upon billions of dollars, and that's only for your country. Yeah. What about other countries, neighboring countries that may be affected by the oil spill? If, God forbid, and we do have one. So $2 billion is a joke, and now you have a judge who's patriotic and loyal to his country and would have ruled something like that that could only be beneficial to us. What's this big story now with the government appealing?
Yeah.
And when the government appeals, you have to find money to fight that appeal, and then who benefit and who are the liars to benefit. So it's taxpayers' money again, got to pay the cost of that appeal. So it seems like the ripping off can't stop. They're going to rip us to shreds if we don't get up and get and speak out and stand up as Guyanese. So to all those persons fighting, we're with you. And we got to, you know, the song says, we're all in this thing together. So we got to put aside our differences, petty differences, and we got to hold one head and fight for Guyana.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Bradford, for spending this time with us.
Yeah.